It is back, finally. The National League predictions today. We're going to be predicting the Game Week 30 National League fixtures. I'm going to be going through every game and giving my score prediction. Before we get any further, make sure to subscribe to the Best Non-League YouTuber with the notifications bell turned on for the best National League content, for the best non-league content in general. And I'll keep you up to date with predictions, news, etc. So make sure to subscribe. Also want to say as well, a big shout out to Non-League Bible. Make sure to follow him on Instagram and all social medias as he provides the best non-league content in a graphic format. And I would just totally recommend him. 17,000 followers, so he's got a big following and he produces some great edits. So make sure to follow him for all the good up-to-date news. First match is Southend v Grimsby. Now, both teams are on a really good run of form. Southend are unbeaten in the National League since the 11th of December. A big win for Southend would take them just 5 points off the National League playoffs. I never thought I'd be saying this a couple of months ago when they were in a, well, you could say a relegation scrap, but they certainly weren't doing as well now. You know, the couple of January signings and it's just completely changed at the club. It's going to be an enthralling match. It kicks off on the Friday night, so it's going to be a good start to the National League weekend. I can see it being Southend United 2, Grimsby Town 1. I can see Southend winning this game. Torquay versus Barnet. Now, Barnet have started to slip off after a promising run of results. Torquay, on the other hand, sit just 6 points off the playoffs. Again, they had a disappointing start to the season, but they've started to turn it around. A win will obviously take Torquay very close to the playoffs as they continue their push to get into the playoffs. They'll be wanting to follow up their win against Dover. I can see it being a Torquay routine victory, 2-0 to the goals. Chesterfield versus Solihull, a huge promotion clash, two very on-form teams. Now the Spyrites, we all know they're currently, well, they will be without key striker Kabongo Shimanga, possibly for the whole of the remainder of the National League season. Chesterfield need a big 3 points after slipping up with that 98th minute equaliser they conceded away at Weymouth. That was a shock result that shocked a few fans. Solihull are on red hot form on the other hand. They've won some really good games of late. They're scoring for fun. Can I see this? Can I see the good run for Solihull continuing? No, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Although Chesterfield are without Shimanga, I can see it being Chesterfield 3, Solihull Moors 2. I think it's going to be a goal fest at the Proax Stadium. Wealdstone versus Wrexham. Now, last time out, they held us to a 0-0 draw at the racecourse ground. I thought they played quite well in that match. Wrexham obviously will be looking to, they aren't looking to, they need to get a result after only gaining 1 point out of a possible 6 in their last 2 matches. Like I said, a massive result is needed for Phil Parkinson's men today. It's not going to be an easy one. We all know what happened when we travelled there last season. I think we lost like 4-3 or something. Like I said, it's not going to be easy, but I think we're going to get the 3 points. 3-1 to Wrexham. FC Halifax Town versus Dover Athletic. Can I see anything less than a Shaman win on Saturday? Not really. They should win this easily, Halifax. With the form they're on and the form Dover are on, it can only be 3 points for Halifax. Dover are struggling massively at the bottom end of the table. Like I said, I can't see anything less than a Halifax win and a Billy Waters brace. I think he's going to score twice on Saturday. Halifax 4, Dover Athletic 0. Notts County versus Eastleigh. Now, I think the Magpies will win this game. Eastleigh, they're struggling away from home a bit this season. They're struggling in the league. Although they're 14th, I still think they could be higher. Like I said, they've struggled in the games of late, picking up minimum points in most of the games. It's not going to be a battering by Notts County, but like I said, it should be a routine victory for them. I can see it being Notts County 2, Eastleigh 0. Stockport versus Woking. Now, Stockport could probably play at the minute any League 2 team and still beat them. They're that good at the minute. They're on such good form. And I think a win would obviously keep them 3 points clear of Chesterfield at the top. And a win would obviously be massive as they continue to look to win the National League this season. Woking, however, on the other hand, have struggled after the loss of striker Tarvin Campbell. He was the main source of all their goals, and they've sort of missed him a bit. Innie Effiong's there. He scored a couple when he's been in the team, but he's no match to Campbell. I can see it being a big Stockport County win. Stockport 4, Woking 1. Kings Lynn versus Bromley at the Walk Stadium. Now, Kings Lynn really do need to start picking up some points if they want to stand even just the slightest of chances of surviving in the National League. They currently sit 22nd. However, on the other hand, Bromley are flying high in the playoffs. They currently sit 5th. Bromley are looking to bounce back from 2 consecutive defeats, one at home to Stockport and the other away at Southend. But they're 2 tough games, but I'm sure Bromley can bounce back, and I'm certain Bromley will bounce back. It's going to finish Kings Lynn 0, Bromley 2. Yeovil versus Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, only 10 points has been picked up between these two teams out of a possible 30. They're both on really dry patches of form, and they're struggling to even just get a win under their belt. Yeovil are winless since the away game at Woking on the 29th of January. But part of me feels like a win is going to happen for Yeovil. It's not going to be big, it's not going to be pretty, but I can see it being Yeovil 1, Dagenham 0. I think a mini upset will happen here. Once again, Yeovil are looking for that top half finish, and I can see them getting it if they win this game. Ultron versus Weymouth. This is a bit of a relegation scrap. Weymouth will obviously come into this with bags of confidence after taking a point against high flyers Chesterfield. Ultron, unfortunately, only have 1 league win since the 20th of November. That's how badly they have been performing since the 20th of November. That's coming up to 4 months, and they've only picked up 1 win. I can see it being a score draw at the J. Davidson Stadium. Ultron 1, Weymouth 1. I think it's going to be another point in Weymouth's road to survival. And the last game is Maidenhead v Boreham Wood. Now, obviously, one team's doing incredibly well, the other not so great. Boreham Wood are obviously the ones that are flying in the National League at the minute. They sit 3rd. I think they've got something like 3 or 4 games in hand, and they're 6 points off the top of the league. If they can get a couple of wins under their belt with the games in hand, I can see them definitely being up there as title contenders. As crazy as it sounds, I can't see them stopping and can't see them messing up at any of their remaining games. Unfortunately, though, on the other hand, Maidenhead are only 6 points adrift of relegation. They've got something like 3 games in hand, so if they can pick up a couple of points in there, I think they'll be safe, and I think Maidenhead will be safe. In this game, though, we're focusing on this game. Boreham Wood will get all 3 points and will keep up their great form. Maidenhead 1, Boreham Wood 3. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop it a like and let me know in the comments your predictions for this game week 30. Let's try and smash 55 likes for the predictions returning, and make sure to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on. Enough of the waffle. I will see you guys in another video. Take care.